This is Scott Kerns, President of Bayrisk Insurance Brokers, and today I want to review briefly another area of confusing property insurance coverage, building ordinance, which is actually a separate coverage that's not included in your normal fire insurance policy that you'd be looking at. Building ordinance coverage provides insurance to update, modernize, and bring older structures up to current building codes and laws. You know, every year new building codes are passed and put into law, and every new structure or remodeled structure is required to meet these new requirements. Older buildings do not have to meet these new requirements. They are grandfathered. They are not required to bring the structure up to code at that point. When it will become a concern is if the older building is remodeled or if there is a large fire or other large loss. When there is a sizable loss, usually in the range of 70% or more, then the local building department in your city or in your town can require the building to be brought up to code. Up to code means that all the changes that have been made over the years now have to be made on the building, and they have to be paid for. This number can be as high as 30 to 40% of the building value. There are many forms of building ordinance coverage that we've seen recently, but the standard form, which I want to review right here, right now, has three coverages. It's an ISO form. That's the building ordinance form. Coverage A, coverage B, and coverage C. But let's take these in reverse order. Coverage C is the actual increased cost of construction to bring the building into conformance with all of the building codes that the building department has said apply. So this is actually the coverage that you'd be looking at to increase the insulation in the building, the wiring in the building, whatever environmental conditions have to be met, as well as ADA, which is Americans for Disabilities Act. There's also some requirements there for many structures. B is the demolition cost, to take down all or part of the damaged building that's required by law and code. Coverage A is probably the most complicated part of these three coverage structures. Coverage A is for the loss of value because the building has to be demolished. Let's use an example, much simpler that way. You have a building with a replacement cost of $1 million. You have a fire damaging 70% of the structure. The city inspector tells you that you must now tear the building down. But because your building is only 70% damaged by the fire, your insurance company would only pay you $700,000 if you only had fire insurance. Without ordinance, your loss would be $300,000. But if you had coverage A, the insurance company would pay you the full, undiminished value of the building, or $1 million for building ordinance. So that concludes my discussion of building ordinance. Thank you.